This video is brought to you by X Insurance.
Sundance Helicopters have been here since 1985.
We're currently running about 27 helicopters on our certificate.
Our bread and butter, I would say, is tours to the Grand Canyon.
We also do a little bit of charter work.
As everybody probably knows, we were purchased by Air Methods.
And we've been growing ever since. The path to becoming a tour pilot often starts with flight instruction, as we're all aware.
We also get a handful of military transitioning to the civilian world.
You usually have to have a minimum of 1,000 hours piloting command for the helicopter before you can even apply.
And then obviously you need to meet the 135 minimums, which are typically less than that. If you meet that 1,000 hours, most guys also meet the 135 minimums.
Now in regards to turbine time, it's not required. Definitely would help if you had some previous turbine experience, but we do initial training here as well.
What we're looking for in a new hire is beyond the stick skills. What we're looking for is attitude, ability to get along with others, somebody who really wants to be part of a team, somebody who isn't afraid to put in some extra time when it's needed, and somebody overall who just has a demeanor that is professional and is willing to work with the company.
So a typical day for a tour pilot might be, showing up here at around 5:45 in the morning. You're going to show up, you're going to look over your paperwork, you're going to make sure you have a legal aircraft, you're going to look at your weather briefing, make sure you're flying in VFR conditions.
And then you'll go to the helicopter and do a thorough pre-flight, including checking your own fuel.
Then once you have a helicopter, it's greeting your passengers, mingling with them, and you're pretty much the first image of the company there.
Once we depart McCarran International Airport, we head out to the Grand Canyon, but first we're going to take you by the Hoover Dam on most all of our tours. And not only do the passengers get to hear pre-recorded audio of the area in their headsets, but we always encourage that our tour pilots enhance the tour with different information, history, tidbits of all the scenes that we're going to be seeing, everything from the Hoover Dam, Lake Mead, the Grand Canyon itself, the Colorado River. And all the pilots have different information to contribute to that.
Once we get to the bottom of the canyon, we're going to shut down the aircraft. We're going to get the passengers out, allow them to go take pictures. Usually we encourage picture taking right off the bat to kind of burn up some time while we're getting the picnic set up. The pilot is setting up a little picnic. We have some little baskets that we put out, champagne. And then once they're done taking their pictures, we invite them over for a little meal and a drink.
And then you fly them back and you just basically repeat that all day long.
Typical duty day can require a pilot to fly somewhere between 2 and 3 flights a day, different tours. Usually your shift will last up to 9 hours sometimes, and you can log somewhere between 3 to 5 flight hours a day.
So some guys might come in the morning and some guys might come in the afternoon. They might come in at 12:30, 11:30, it kind of depends on the flight schedule, and they'll come in and do a couple flights in the evening and then maybe some strip tours. And those operations go on until about 11 o'clock at night. So either way, especially in the summertime, the days are so long they have to be split in half, so we assign 2 pilots per aircraft per day to split up that shift.
Now at our west rim of the Grand Canyon location, you'll be doing about 6 hours of flight time a day and plus 50 takeoff landings as well out there. So it's a busy operation out there and makes for a busy, exhausting work day.
The pilot's job, first and foremost, is to safely fly the aircraft to and from the location. I think we're all taught that from day one when we start flying, that your first thing is to aviate, navigate, and then communicate, which is a big part of our job here as well. We are the entertainment, along with the helicopter and the sites, I guess. So it's really important that we're interacting with our guests and answering questions and making sure that they feel comfortable and at home in the helicopter.
With respect to pay in the tour business, usually an entry-level tour pilot can make somewhere around $50,000 or more a year, depending on how much he flies and what different duties he's doing. And of course, as you gain seniority in a company and you're doing different specialty duties, everything from instruction to charter work, that pay can go up to $100,000.
The toughest thing about being a tour pilot is the varying schedules. Typically, you're not going to know what your next day holds until the evening before. So it can become very difficult to try and plan other things in your life on your work days.
And then, of course, the long days in the summer, especially, is our busy season. So you're flying a lot, and it is hard work.
Biggest challenge that I've come across as a tour pilot is the language barrier with the passengers. Now we get passengers from all over the world, France, Germany, Russia, you name it, we have them here. And a lot of times they don't know how to speak English. They've never been to America before, so it's the first time. So trying to explain to them what to do and what not to do around the helicopter gets pretty frustrating at times.
I like this job because you get to work a good shift and go home and see your family every night and still fly helicopters and really fly them in a beautiful place.
What I like most about being a tour pilot is the customers. A lot of times they've never been in a helicopter before, so it's definitely something they can remember for the rest of their life. And it's always a highlight of their trip is flying on a helicopter out to the Grand Canyon, so it's something that they're not going to forget.